So now let's talk about the big island of Hawaii, in Hawaii. Uh, the biggest attraction, of course, on the big island has always been the Kilauea volcano, which is constantly erupting. It's erupting now. And it's amazing to see the lava pool that generates in this crater. Okay, and you can kind of get to see how the islands were formed, how they bubble up this lava, and because pretty much all of Hawaii is nothing but a bunch of lava mounds that over many millions of years has eroded and become islands. What people don't understand, they talk about climate change and the oceans rising. What they don't realize is a lot of islands collapse on themselves. So over a period of time, they kind of shrink back down and erode inside themselves until they get below the waterline. The South Pacific is full of atolls, which are very shallow little islands, and even the Caribbean and the Bahamas. You'll see atolls because the islands, certainly the main lava-based islands that are in the Pacific, I mean, they erode onto themselves. At the same time, there's several new islands coming out of the ocean right now from these lava cracks under sea, one very close to Hawaii. See, the Hawaiian Islands have been a chain of islands created as the plates of the earth moved along a fault line. And so along that fault line, these lava cores have come up to, go above the water line and create these islands. That's why the whole Hawaiian chain is basically, formed over many millions of years. But anyway, the point is, the Big Island of Hawaii is great. Kailua Kona is on the western sunset side, as I call it. It's a great little resort town. We stayed at a Four Seasons called Four Seasons Hualapai. I can't ever pronounce that one, Hualapai. And I tell you, we had an incredible experience there. I mean, it was just to die for. It was like, you couldn't believe it. We'd have a whole flock of turtles park on the beach. They've got a nice little lagoon. Anyway, the video down below will share that hotel resort. There's another one a little further up the coast, a Hilton Waikoloa, which is a huge hotel. It's got a monorail system, takes you around the resort. It's so big. It's great for big conventions. We attended a convention there, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago. Older resort, but Hilton keeps up their properties in Hawaii pretty well. And it's a little more economical, it's larger. It's a little more away from the beaten track. Don't really like the beaches there too much, but they have a little area that's beachy and okay. Then on the other side of the island is Hilo. And now Hilo, nobody really ever talks about because it's kind of like, Hilo, what's that? Well, Hilo is a pretty big city, and it's got its own beaches, kind of like a mini Waikiki on the complete other side of the Hawaiian chain. Hilo had, a major tsunami hit it back in the 60s. So there's some history there, and it's definitely worth exploring if you're staying on the island of Hawaii. Other than that, the Kilauea volcano is the biggest attraction, and it's worth seeing because once you understand how these islands are formed, you kind of come to appreciate, when you're driving around, how this outcropping occurred and that outcropping is there and how these islands were actually, born, if you will. Anyway, we like Hawaii, but Maui's still our favorite.